So we're walking along the west edge of the ODI property. The corn is planted. This belongs to ODI. It's green, it has fertilizer on it. And then across the driveway, on the other side, is corn maize grown by somebody else, with just planting it and kind of hoping for the best.
Yep. Trying to do some manual weeding, but the weeds kind of take over. So that's what the corn looks like typically, almost. A lot of the corn we've seen like that. It was planted just a little bit ahead of ours.
So the ODI land, with some management, looks significantly better.
Yep. We still have some weed control issues, which is to be expected on virgin ground that we're just learning about. This is a white corn, which is typically doesn't yield quite as well, but it still has a decent ear. I mean, we were counting 14 around,
yeah, 14.
and 30 long and such, and it's a white corn, so yeah. Pop it open once with a splitter and see what the kernel depth is. I mean, that's good kernel depth.
Huh?
I mean, it's still got to dry down and such, but
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Did I do that right? 14?
I don't know.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14.
yep, 14 around.
Yep.
30 something long, approximately.
A little shorter, maybe.
Yeah, about 30.
Yep. Yep.
There's a
so-
few kernels toward the end that pollinated
Yep.
here,
Yep.
but they're
Not gonna make it.
gonna not really turn into a kernel.
Yep.
Reasons for that are multiple.
Yeah, yeah.
Fertility, water, sunlight,
Yep. Spacing.
spacing on hand-planted corn. It's 2 or 3 corn plants in a hill.
Don't throw it.
Yep. So there's competition. Yep.
Nice. Yeah. One yellow kernel.
We got one yellow kernel.
Genetic anomaly? Yeah.
Yep.
No.
I got pollen from the neighbors.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they don't seem to worry about that much at the elevator.
No.
It's not.
It's just interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And it
So
could
if
be.
you look close on these leaves. We've got some diseases in here. This one I'm going to guess is probably a fungal disease. This striping, I don't know. We're going to, we've got a lot of video, a lot of photos. We'll send it back to some folks in America.
Yep.
And
Somebody smarter than us.
somebody above our pay grade.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some plant physiology, plant pathology.
Yep. And we didn't put any fungicide on this at all.
There's no fungicide. There was just there was no pre-emerge herbicide applied to this, so
Right.
that's why we got a little more grass in here. It did
Yep.
have accent herbicide,
Yep.
post-emerge, along with some 2,4-D, and so we've got some opportunity. We've got some potential here.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. In the ground, they say it hasn't rained in about a week, but it's still moist.
Yeah, there's moisture. As light textured as this soil is, I didn't expect to have moisture on this surface
Yep.
as we walk out into the cornfield.
Temperature-wise, the last, let's say, 2 months is real similar to what we've had in Minnesota.
Yeah, it's been in the 80-85 range.
Yep.
And today is much better. I'll tell you what, it's much better than when Andy and I were here at the end of February.
Yeah, I have no
It's-
complaints. Yeah.
It was probably 15 degrees hotter the first time we were here, but
Yeah.
we're still working down the water.
Yes.
We still have to do that.
If you didn't know you were in Ghana, you could be in Minnesota.
We could be in Minnesota.
Yep. Temperature-wise and stuff. It
Right.
just.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Yep. Which is nice. So it's real similar, except that it's like that year-round.
It's in the 80-85 range. What, from March until November?
Yep.
And
About
then
8 months. Yep.
November through what we would see as winter in Minnesota.
Yep.
Then they go up to that 90 to 100.
Yep. Kind of the dry
And it's a
season.
dry season then.
Yep.
Right.
All right. Sounds great.